What's up, guys? We're back today. It's a little bit different. I initially started filming doing the wrap on the Lexus, and we'll just leave it at things didn't go exactly as planned with the wrap, and so it was short-lived, unfortunately. So I've decided I'm just gonna paint it, and we're gonna paint it as cheap as possible, seeing as the wrap was a big hit on me. So I have prepped the car a little bit, done a little bit of sanding, a little bit of body work, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it is a drift car. This thing's probably gonna get destroyed at some point anyways, so I don't wanna have that much money tied up into it just in case it does happen. So I've got it warming up outside. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, pull it inside, show you a little bit of what I've done, and I'm gonna get to spraying this thing. Might do a little comparison on how hard it was to wrap versus how hard it is to paint a car in a very, very budget way with no experience in either, basically. So like I said, I'm gonna put this up, pull this in, and it's already like 2 a.m. so I'm gonna try and knock out as much as I can tonight. Here she is. I got her scuffed up pretty good, sanded down any kind of major areas that needed to be sanded. All the trim is out, door handles are out, mirrors are out, the roof trim is out. You got all the lights out. Basically, for the most part, everything is out. This was done for wrap. I probably wouldn't have went this far if I was just gonna rattle can this car, but it is what it is. It's already out, so I figured might as well leave it out while I paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get to taping up the glass. I'm gonna wipe it down, get it clean, and I'm gonna start primering this thing, and we'll go from there. Also, while I'm getting this thing taped up right now, I figured I'd go ahead and insert a couple clips of when we was wrapping it, just to give y'all an idea of what we went through, what it looked like, how we done. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and insert some clips of the wrap job now while I'm getting this taped up, and then we'll switch back over to present time. God dang, we could have just used magnets.
Who needs magnets when you have Charles? Alright, I'll be back here.
Ready for this?
She look good.
It's a big piece.
Big waist.
Like you are? Yep. Oh, please fuck me.
Are you recording?
Wait, what? The fuck?
What about this shit? This is done.
We're done.
Trim it out. Where the hell was that? All you wanted to do was kill Carol Bass. I don't know.
We got farther than I thought we would.
I buy the paint. Can I pick the color?
No.
Huh?
But we're having some technical difficulties. As you've seen in the time lapse, it was laying good, kinda.
Until tragedy struck.
Tragedy struck in this here corner.
Looks
And
like it
down
struck
here.
there.
Yeah, it struck everywhere. But apparently this stuff will not stick to any kind of
Bondo, primer, filler.
exactly what this whole quarter is made out of. So either now it's gonna get some kind of weird two-piece design. We gave it some paint to hopefully stick to, which will probably just rip clean off as soon as we lay the wrap right to it. So it's looking like I mean, fuck this color, but we might just paint this whole car with cans.
I said house paint with a roller, but
I'm game for whatever, man.
I mean, are you proud of this, Levi?
Huh?
Are you proud of doing this?
Yeah, that part.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give you the honors of peeling this off right now.
Oh, man, it's supposed to do it. I'm good for it.
I mean, this is no going back. There went $100. She's getting canned. That's a thumbnail and a half right there, boys.
Yeah. So, I want to tell you whose fault it is that we can't wrap cars. It's Carol Baskin's fault that we can't wrap cars.
Hey, y'all, don't hate on me too much. I don't really want to get overspray all over my camera, so I'm not going to film too much of this process. But, also, let me know, is newspaper boxes still a thing? I looked all over town today, and I could not find one newspaper box by newspaper to cover the glass on this thing. So I'm kind of having to move one piece as I go just to keep a lot of overspray off the glass. It's not that big a deal, I can still get it off. And I really just want this thing one color, so this is gonna be a quick spray. As you can see now, I have got both fenders primered. I've got the majority of these quarters primered. The trunk is primered. Excuse this fan, I'm trying to keep a lot of dust out of this shop. Like I said, the other quarter is done for the most part back here, and this other fender. Mind you, any kind of damage you see for the most part is under the wide body that is going on this. So I did not want to get too crazy with body filler or anything like that. I tried to smooth out as much as I can from where the previous owner shaved the door moldings, because that was pretty shittily done. I'm still not sure if I'm going to paint the roof the same color that I'm doing the car, or if I'm going to go black. But as you can see, this is what I got going on here. I'm going to try and hit this door now, and I'll move this piece as I go. This is what I'm using for primer right now. It's a Rust-Oleum Professional Series primer, fast drying. Picked up one of these spray guns. It is really nice, actually, a lot better than the other trigger thing I have for it. But this trigger and can primer seems to lay really well, as you can see. That's not that bad. Obviously it's going to need more coats than that, but it lays really, really well. Sprays really consistent. So, so far so good. I like this little setup for a can. Alright y'all, it's 4 a.m. now. As you can see, I have the car pretty much primed. Still got a few more things like the pillars and whatnot, but there's a good 2-3 coats on everything. It's not really streaky or anything like that. Still got the roof drying. I got pretty lazy, so I'm gonna have to clean off quite a bit of overspray. I hit a few more spots on the hood. That's wet, as you can see. It's still drying, but I had one little run on the entire car right here. Not sure how that happened. I'm gonna let it dry before I mess with it. Probably try and knock that down. Other than that, I'm probably gonna head home, get some sleep, come back tomorrow, clean this thing up real good, knock down anything that's loose, wipe it back down, and come a lot more prepared so I can tape this stuff off a lot better. And let's see what this color looks like, you know. I think it's going to be very similar to the wrap, so it's not going to be too big a difference, but hopefully it looks good with this base. So stay tuned. Alright y'all, it's been about a day, and we're finally starting to get some good coverage on this color. It's kind of a difficult color to spray, especially out of a can. It gets real streaky, so you gotta really build it up, but in doing so you kind of risk runs. So it's taken quite a while to get this thing to where it is now. It's not 100%, but I'm okay with it. So I'm getting ready to do the roof now in black, and I got everything taped up, but I figure I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like now and then after the roof. And I'll probably do the handles black, the tops of the doors black as well, probably the B-pillar stuff. I still got to do the front bumper, which is back there. I got to do the wheels, I got to do the wide body, the lip. I got a bunch of stuff I got left to do, so I'm going to try and knock this out tonight. It's already about midnight. I got this thing wiped down again. Like I said, I'm getting ready to spray. I just want to show you real quick. And this is the color. Yet again, the camera does not pick this thing up at all. It is a lot closer, this color versus the wrap. So, mind you, of course, if I wanted to make this thing somewhat nicer, I definitely could wet sand it and buff it and whatnot. But it's not perfect. But for a drift missile that I'm quite honestly still learning in, I don't need nothing too nice anyways. So I'm gonna put this thing down now, finish spraying the roof. I'll check back in with you afterwards. Alright y'all, it's about 5:30 in the morning now. I just kind of put the camera down and got to work. Here is more or less not really the final product. It's got to do some drying. I got like a bolt in the wide body, just letting it hang on there. I've got the pillars black, they're drying, the roof is black. I still got to do the mirrors and the lip. I don't think I'm gonna have enough paint to do the lip, so that might not be getting done right now. I still got to put the other wheels on and paint them as well. There's the bumper. It didn't turn out too bad. It's a weird color. I'm not really sure what's going on with this color, but I can live with it for now. After all, it is just spray can, so it's not that big a deal. If it gets me by a couple months, I got my money's worth out of it. We can always change this stuff up again. Just scuff it back down and respray it. But yeah, like I said, it's already like 5:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna tidy up a little bit, clean up, get out of here, get home, get some sleep, come back tomorrow to try and button this thing up, and I'll show you all the final product. As well as give you my take on wrapping a vehicle versus rattle can when you have no experience with really either or, the pros and cons, which is easier, cost, whatnot like that. I'm gonna go ahead, clean up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright y'all, pretty much got this thing all buttoned up. I still have to you know, mount the bumper, the headlights, and get the fog lights back in. I finally got the door handles in. I'm not sure if the mirrors was in last time you seen it. I got all the overspray off the car. It's looking a lot better. Well, majority of the overspray anyways. I still have to find the hardware to do the nut certs for the wide body. And then I got to play with some suspension settings to get all the corners level with this wide body. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I just got to finish buttoning everything up. I'm sorry, I really apologize for how terrible this video probably turned out. It's been a process and it's been all over the place. So between getting the Lexus figured out and the Vic over here, y'all ain't seen that yet, but had some issues with that. So between these two, it's been a little bit of a headache. But yeah, I hope y'all liked it. Like I said, I apologize once again. I'm just gonna spend the next couple hours, whatever, just buttoning this thing up, get the suspension right. It's probably 3:30 in the morning right now, so I can't do no filming outside. But yeah, I'm just gonna button this thing up, and I'll probably end the video off with a couple just rollers or something like that, just to show what it looks like out in the sunlight and whatnot. If we get another pretty day, that is, in the next day or two before I post this. But yeah, other than that, I appreciate y'all for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. Follow us on Instagram if you want to get more behind the scenes stuff of what we're doing in between videos. That's going to be it for now, so until next time, peace.